Okay, hello everyone. Just making this video on Fallout 4, and this video is just going to be um, just me talking about the game. And just wanted to make this video because I haven't uploaded any of the other videos yet, but just kind of like this kind of a series like I'm doing on YouTube. I'm just going to call it, everyone should play, and then the title of what game, and then I got some gameplay footage of whatever game I'm talking about, and just talk about the DLCs too. So like in the title, it's like everyone should play Fallout 4 and its DLCs. So I've recorded a couple videos for that on some games I think people should play and their DLCs, but I wanted to do one on Fallout 4 because I do think everyone should play Fallout 4. Um, I really like this game. And Fallout 4 isn't perfect, but Fallout 4 is one of my most played games. I just always find myself playing this game, over the years, checking out the different updates, all the different mods. I've done so many playthroughs of this game and different ways to play the game, and so much replay value. And the main story is good, the exploration is good, the miscellaneous stuff is good, like I said, the exploration is good, the side quests, the voice acting, the dialogue, the characters, the lore, the world, the graphics, the writing, the good. There's a lot of comedy in there, a lot of humor. Gameplay is good, and yeah, the vanilla game is good, and when I talk about the DLCs, I just mean like the paid DLCs like that came out for this game a long time ago. So all of the workshop settlements. Never was too into those. Like I do. For me, I just kind of find myself using like player home mods. But the building is cool. I've never really built too much, but the times that I have done settlement building, it is pretty cool. So I have all the DLCs. I've never was too into like some of the workshop DLCs, but there is a cool one. There's like a Vault Tech one. You could build a vault. That's really cool. Um, and then the other one's just like add in different types of stuff that you can build. So um, it is really cool. And the story DLCs are good. Far Harbor is amazing. Um, Nuka World Nuka World is really good. Nuka World's not my favorite DLC, but there is a lot of fun to be had in Nuka World. Automatron is good, and all the DLCs are fun. So, like when I mean Nuka World, I'm not gonna spoil it for people, but if you play Nuka World, it's just the way that DLC was designed is a little bit different than some of the other kind of story DLCs in the game, but there is still like a story to Nuka World. There's choice and consequence. There's exploration. There's a whole bunch of this game is awesome. Like the DLCs in the vanilla game is just all the different loot, the unique weapons, the upgrades, the armor. The crafting is good. All the weapon mods, the power armor. Um, it's just yeah, it's just really cool. Um, so yeah, I'll just show off like this is modded. This is I'm using mods with this character. Also, this is the Fallout 4. This is the anniversary edition, but this is just with the free updates. Um, I'm not interested in the anniversary bundle. Like you can pay extra money for some different creations from Bethesda. I'm not interested in that, and I have looked at some other YouTube content creators, and I've watched some reviews on the anniversary, like the paid bundle. There's some bugs and some glitches with those. So I've never played it. I can't say that people shouldn't buy it, but if you just buy Fallout 4 and you buy the anniversary edition, but just buy the game and the DLCs, you could just get it on sale. And then you can set up your Bethesda account and link it to your profile. I mean, I play on Xbox. Um, there are some issues with Fallout 4 too. Like if you play Fallout 4, I'd recommend playing it on PC or Xbox. A lot of the content, a lot of the updates are just not out for PlayStation. Um, because PlayStation has a lot of different rules when it comes to mods and all these things. So Bethesda's working on it in the future to release a lot of these anniversary bundles and free creations for Fallout 4 on PlayStation in the future. But if you do play this game, play it on Game Pass. Um, I'm not really, I don't use Game Pass, but if you want to just try out Fallout 4, again, this is a game, this is just, I think people should play these games. It doesn't mean that someone else is going to like these games. I've said that in my other videos, but you could try out Fallout 4 on Game Pass, on your PC or your Xbox. You can play it on PlayStation. I just don't know how much the modding will work properly. But like I said, modding is pretty simple. You can just connect your Bethesda account to your Xbox, your PC or whatever. I just did it on my Xbox, but people could look up other tutorials on how to do that. But it's pretty simple to get it working. Again, there might be some bugs and some glitches kind of setting up some of the mods. But when I connected my Bethesda account to my Xbox for this game a long time ago, everything it worked pretty simply. But people can go look up other videos for tutorials for other platforms. But yeah, don't Fallout 4, like, this game does have some technical issues. So sometimes the game might crash, sometimes there might be some little micro stutter sometimes. And it depends if you're playing modded or vanilla, depends on what bugs and glitches are added in, whether it's just certain updates from Bethesda or it's like modded updates from certain mods. Might be some technical problems. Fallout 4 is not perfect. Also, again, the RPG elements in this game, I think they're okay, but there's not too much depth to them. So if you play this game, it is kind of more like a little bit of a looter shooter with like some storyline and some writing, but you can still role play. This game does have voice acted, it has voice acted characters, like the character you play, and you can play as a guy or a girl. There are voice actors for those. I don't think it really affects the replay value. Some people don't like to replay this game, but for me, it's there's you could always mod it out if you want to. There's, like, I think, a silent protagonist mod. But having a voice actor for my character is fine. When you're role playing in a game, you're role playing in your head anyways, and you're role playing with the gameplay elements. So I don't think it really matters for replay value. But again, this game it's not perfect. I do think the older Fallout games are a lot better. I've only played Fallout 3 New Vegas and Fallout 4. I'm in the DLCs for those games. I've never played the originals, but I've watched some YouTube videos on, it's like, some lore videos into the original games. And if anyone wants to go out there and play, like, if you have a PC, play Fallout like 1 and 2, and I think there's like a couple other ones. There's a couple other Fallouts out there, but they're kind of like CRPGs. I've never played them, but they do have really good lore and writing. I just don't play those because I don't have a PC. But those games are got good reviews. But yeah, this game, it's not. I'm just waiting here. I'm just waiting around here. I'm just, like, waiting for some of the lighting to change. But yeah, again, this game is not perfect, but it does have some technical problems. Some of the systems of this game, there's not as much depth to a lot of the systems as other Fallout games, but Fallout 4 I still think it's still a fun game. I think it's one of Bethesda's better games that they've made, for, like, the games they made. So, yeah, it is good. And, they do have paid mods, for this game. And, like I was talking about earlier, so, just, get this game, just get the game with the DLCs, and, the free, just the free anniversary updates. There's more updates coming out. Bethesda's working on that. They're going to have more mod storage and probably add some other stuff in with the updates. Those updates will be free, but just get this game, with the free updates and the DLCs, and I think you'll have a lot of fun. Again, I've always played Fallout 4. I haven't played vanilla Fallout 4 in a long time, so modded Fallout 4 is definitely improvement. I'll show in the mods here. It's definitely to improve this game, to fix some of the bugs and glitches. Again, when I've always used this mod right here, the unofficial Fallout 4 patch. This mod has been updated recently. And if you use this patch, like, even if you don't want to use other mods, you might need this patch to fix some of the glitches and bugs in this game. Like, when it comes to quests, I remember I was playing without this mod with some of the free updates for the anniversary edition, and just certain NPCs wouldn't work, certain quests wouldn't work. And then I just installed the mod and everything worked. But again, I'm using other mods. So I just don't know if that's, like, from the Bethesda updates for the anniversary edition. I don't know if it's because I'm using a load order that's modded, I don't know, but this unofficial Fallout 4 patch, um, it does fix like a lot of the bugs and glitches with quests. I would recommend using the unofficial Fallout 4 patch to play this game. Um, but yeah, most of the quests in this game do work pretty well. But again, I don't know, like if you run into like some bugs and some glitches, I would just go install that unofficial patch. I think a lot of Bethesda's games, the same mod author that makes the unofficial patch, that team makes a lot of unofficial patches for a lot of Bethesda games. So it's not just Fallout 4 that has some bugs and glitches. A lot of Bethesda games do, but Fallout 4 is a game that just because of just it's on the creation engine. I think the creation engine is fine, um, but with Fallout 4 specifically, like when this game came out, when I played Fallout 4 when it came out, and it had some bugs and glitches, some technical issues, some crashes, and then over the years just played the Xbox One version, and there was the next gen version. I did a playthrough on the next gen version, and then now I'm playing on the Anniversary Edition. And this game is much more improved now with the updates that it has. But yeah, Fallout 4 for some reason is just a game that has a lot of technical issues. There's always been issues like sometimes like when you go to Boston, sometimes the game will crash. If you're using a lot of mods, sometimes the game will crash. Sometimes quests have some glitches, and you need to add in like the unofficial patch, the mod, to continue playing the game and progress certain quests. So yeah, I don't know if like with this game, I'm not sure if Bethesda like I mean, obviously Bethesda does play like they make their games and they play their games, and they do have people that test their updates. But I just think it's sometimes the engines that they use um, that just have there's just some issues with their engines. Like the game, it's still playable. All of Bethesda games are playable and they run well. Um, you got 4K 60 frames per second. You can always customize your settings, and there's different resolutions of different monitors and TVs and stuff out there, but different console settings. But you can always it goes up to, I think, um, I'm playing this in Xbox Series S, so I think it's 10. I think this is 1080 60 frames per second. Um, but I mean I don't have to have I bought a Series S just because I don't need to have all of the best technology, and I'm not playing um I'm not playing I don't play every game that's out there. From all the different developers, I just kind of play certain games in certain series. But there's a if you whether you have a computer or PlayStation, Xbox, there are different settings for different types of resolution support at frames per second. Um, but yeah, just the creation engine. I think sometimes the creation engine, it just has some issues. So mind you, some of Bethesda's other engines have had issues, but overall, nowadays, Bethesda games are stable. But mind you, it's not just Bethesda. Like I like Bethesda as a company. I think that they make great games, but I've played a lot of other games from other companies, other series, and there was some bugs and glitches with a lot of other different games out there and engines and developers and stuff. Um, sometimes games just crash. Sometimes they stutter. Sometimes they freeze. But as technology's gotten better and as games have gotten updated, and new technology is out there, I think games do run a lot better. But bugs and glitches are just part of video games, and yeah, bugs and glitches are just a part of Fallout 4, and really, um, yeah, that's just kind of how Fallout 4 is. But nothing has to be perfect, and this game is fun. So um, yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything for people. Um, but this is just this is modded. Just kind of around here. And again, this is a mod. It's called Morbid World. It makes the games look like the original Fallout games. Fallout 4 does not look like this. Um, I will show off here quickly how the actual vanilla game looks. Um, so without any spoilers, we can go to Nuka World. Nuka World is one of the DLCs. But the mod that I'm using, it only affects the Commonwealth. It doesn't affect the DLC areas. But Fallout 4 is much more brighter than this mod. I will just show off. So yeah, this is how vanilla Fallout 4 looks when you play it. In the Commonwealth, it's much more of a brighter game, but I think the graphics in the vanilla game and DLCs do look really good. But yeah, um, this is how it. This is Nuka World. You know, I'm not. This is just um, yeah, this is just the Nuka World DLC. Um, and yeah, this is how I can't even get up here. Let's go up. I don't know if that's even gonna work. Let's just go somewhere else. But yeah, this is how. Again, yeah, this is this jetpack is a mod, so um, it's called. Let me go to my thing here. It's a really popular mod. It is called. Just let it load. It is called. I think it's called Cross Jet. Yeah, right here, Cross Jetpack, and then I have one to remove fall damage, but it's called Cross Jetpack. Um, and yeah, so like this is like a mod. There is a jetpack like in the regular game, but it's for power armor. There's no jetpacks unless you mod them in. But there's a jetpack in power armor. Um, but yeah, this is how like vanilla Fallout 4 would look like, kind of the lighting and similar kind of exploration, whether it's in Far Harbor, Nuka World, or the Commonwealth. This is how the vanilla game looks. And again, every kind of area in the vanilla game has like its own kind of graphical details and different types of lighting, but overall, this is how the game looks. A lot more bright. And yeah, looks pretty cool. Um, so let's just go back to the Commonwealth, and yeah, I'll just show off like go to a couple different areas, and I'll show off actually first. Let's go show off some power armor. Um, and again, a lot of people have played Fallout 4. It's a very successful game, but also a lot of people haven't played some of these games. So some of these games that I'm making videos on, like a lot of people haven't played them. So that's why I wanted to do kind of an everyone should plays series because, um, you know, a lot of people haven't played these games. A lot of people are new to video games. A lot of people haven't played a lot of games out there. So I just thought I would make a series on games that people should play. And in the future, if find any other games I think people should play, I can always make videos on those, add those to the series. But yeah, you go into Power Armor, you have this HUD, and you got third person. Um, and yeah, I got um, this is a plasma rifle, and yeah, it is really cool. Um, so yeah, I can just kind of go. I don't want to spoil stuff for people, but this is the map. I don't want to go to like there's certain areas. Um, there's certain areas that are kind of interesting when you go to them. So I don't want to like spoil different areas, but a whole bunch of different stuff and a lot of map markers. And in the DLCs like Nuka World and Far Harbor, there are a lot of Automatron is in the Commonwealth, but does add in some extra areas in this Commonwealth. But um, yeah, there's a lot of cool places to explore. I really enjoy the exploration in this game. Reading through all the different terminals and reading through all the different notes, talking to NPCs, just really cool. And another cool thing about this game is like Bethesda has, um, just they have free creations. So just like Skyrim, there is paid mods in this game. Um, I've never bought any paid mods for this game. I just stayed with the free mods, but in the future I might check out some paid mods if they're interesting. I'm kind of waiting for like some larger, kind of like paid quest mods, like new area expansions, like they did with some of the Skyrim mods. But Skyrim has more players and mod authors than Fallout 4. Not everyone plays Fallout 4 anymore when it comes to verified creators, but some. Bethesda does add in some free creations, so people can always, go to the creations menu and they can look through all the different paid mods and or they're called creations, but there's free mods, there's free creations, and then there's also paid mods, so paid creations. But yeah, just kind of explore around here. Um, and yeah, just kind of walk around this power armor, just kind of show people this wasteland. I think that it is it's just a lot of fun. So um, it is yeah, just a lot of really interesting stuff to explore in this game. um, going to all the different vaults in the game. The companions in this game are really good too. That's another thing. All the companions have, I don't know about every companion in the game, like added in with all the DLCs and stuff. I'm not sure if they all have quest lines, but like I know the big major companions in the game, they all have like these really cool quest lines. And as you get approval ratings, uh, I guess like yeah, like their liking system, I guess like they like you more, then you can like unlock their quests. Really awesome. Um, I haven't done all of the companion quests, but um, they are the ones I've done are all really good. I've recruited all the companions. I'm not in this playthrough, but other playthroughs, and then I did the companion quest for certain ones. The thing with that though is you kind of have to do different playthroughs with different companions to kind of get them to like you more to unlock their quests. So it just kind of depends on what companions you want. But the companions are really good. The quests are really good. And like I said, exploring all the vaults are really awesome. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So and the like I said, the combat and the gameplay is pretty good. I don't know if I could find any enemies here, but um, the combat is just it works like a first person shooter. I think this is some of Bethesda's better gunplay. I think um, it's got this game has the older Fallout games and even games like Skyrim, like they're just kind of very dated with their combat systems. But this game has VATS too, just like I don't even know if there's any enemies, but this game has VATS too, and then the first person and third person shooting is good, so it's fun to play this game whether you're using VATS or not. Um, I think we're at the edge of a map. So let's just keep going. But yeah, the gunplay is good, and there's plasma weapons, there's big guns, yeah, there's assault rifles, there's pistols. You can mod everything. You can play stealthy. This has a good stealth system. It's got melee systems. Collecting all the bobbleheads in this game is really fun. The collectibles are really good. Leveling up your character. I'll show this off here. But yeah, you could put points into all these attributes as you level up, and you get these. See at the bottom, I have 11 perk points. But yeah, you can go through all of these, and you can do different builds, or you could be a jack of all trades. You could get a lot of experience over time, and or just add in levels with mods like I'm doing, and then just level up your character. And really cool leveling and perk system. And yeah, it's just really cool. I think again, there's a lot of cool. This, like I said, I'm not too into the settlement building, but the settlement building is, um, yeah, the settlement building is it's very nice. And yeah, I've never built too much, but it's really cool. You could build a house, and yeah, it's really cool. Another thing too, like with the companions, like with different companions, you can again they have relationships. There's relationships with the companions, so like you could fall in love. So like a companion, I mean, it's all just like um, it's all just fictional relationships, like any video game. But you can companions can fall in love with you, and you can use your. There's a speech system in this game. If you want to play it with speech, you can persuade people, and then use like the speech skill, and then like you can fall in love with your companions. That's really cool. I'm not sure um I'm not sure what kind of like the whole different types of genders and sexualities that are out there. Bethesda is a game company that supports all that stuff in their games. So just like in the real world, you can be whatever you can be whatever gender, and you can be whatever sexuality you want. It's a free world. But what Bethesda does for their fans is they add that stuff in. So it's like I don't know if it's in this game, but like in some of their newer games like Starfield, you could just you could be gay, you could be a lesbian, you could be straight. So in some of the Bethesda's newer games, it's like that, like Starfield. But in this game, I don't know if it's just straight relationships that you can have. I'm not too sure. Um, but mind you, this when this game came out, um, I don't think a lot of people. of certain types of genders or sexualities were kind of like when I mean genders, like what I'm trying to say is like people that identify like the pronouns thing. In Bethesda's newer games, like you can pick your pronouns and have different sexualities. But when this game was made, Fallout 4, I don't think Xbox had owned Bethesda, so Xbox was kind of a smaller company, and a lot of um, different types of genders and different types of sexualities. I don't think we're working at Bethesda. So nowadays, those people work at Bethesda. So then they added that stuff into their games because like a lot of their fans, people play the Bethesda games for the freedoms, and you know, people live in um, people live in a free world, so people can be the person that they want to be. Um, but that's one thing I kind of found cool with Bethesda games, like playing this game. Um, I'm a straight male. That's what I am. And then I was like, I'm playing Fallout 4, and I was like, oh man, I could fall in love with a woman. I could persuade this woman to love me, and I could just just you could just have like a partner in the game kind of a thing. It's not as good as Skyrim though. It's not as good as Skyrim, like where you can marry and stuff and like own a business and everything, because Elder Scrolls is a different world, different type of lore and different types of gameplay. But in this game you can still kind of have, there's male companions, female companions, so you can, depending on what, if you play as a girl or a guy, you can have a, you can have a fictional partner in this game, which I think is cool. I've always liked that aspect of Bethesda games, like just like the freedom to just play the game and role play how you want. That's really cool to add to a fictional world, and just show off some gameplay. I showed off VATS here. Oh, he already died. Oh, shooting too quickly here. Oh, I had to reload. Let's try to get some VATS here. So there's some VATS. They got the critical button too. You can, as you build up that bar, you can execute a critical. Um, you can just press B to exit VATS, and just showed off some gameplay. And the gameplay, everything works the same in power armor and also out of power armor. It does. It's the combat's the same. It's just with power armor, you have more radiation resistance, and you're in like kind of like this mech suit, which I think is cool because like in the earlier Fallout games, like Fallout 3 New Vegas, like it was power armor was just like an equipable item, and you had to have power armor training. But in this game, you can just like it's like this big mech suit, and you can just customize it, and a lot of customization in this game. With power armor, there's so many different types of power armor and different ways to customize it. You can mix and match them, and that's really cool for customization. Different colors, there's different paint jobs. There's different faction paint jobs. If you side with certain factions, then there's different paint jobs. And like I said earlier, you can get I don't have a jetpack on this one, but you can get a jetpack on your power armor, and it just uses up your AP. And there's different mods for your power armor to make it better. And you can upgrade it, better armor rating, better radiation resistance. Another cool thing too is like when you're in power armor and you're talking to people, you have like this kind of like this muffled effect, like you're in a mech suit, like you're in power armor, and it's like your your character sounds like he's in power armor, which is really cool. Um, and yeah, good currency system in this game, bottle caps. Like I said earlier, lots of unique loot, lots of ways to make money. You can make money. What I did to make money, obviously I play with mods nowadays, so like I just spawn in caps, but it is here's a crash plane, another cool example of exploration. But what I did to make money, like when I was playing this game vanilla, like years ago, even before mods came up for this game on console, I would get purified water. And I'd build these like water purifiers and would just put bottled water into my settlement. And I would collect all of these like bottled waters of purified water, and I'd go and sell them to vendors. And I made like hundreds of thousands of caps. So that was really cool. And I mean, over time, I made a lot of money in caps. Um, and then from there, you can always buy different stuff. And if you land in power armor like this, it's like kind of I can show that off in third person here, maybe. Also with power armor, if you go underwater, you're too heavy, so you can breathe underwater in the suit, but you can't. Um, yeah, you can breathe underwater, but you can't. You can only walk on the bottom. You can't, kind of float up in power armor. So that's another cool example of physics that they have in this game. But yeah, let's just jump off of here. And they can do like a shockwave too, like a shockwave, and that'll like damage enemies if they're around you. That is cool. And yeah, there's a light too, power armor light, which is on your head. You can change the color of the light, which is cool. Um, and this is a bright headlamp, but there's also like a one that's more dull, like a basic one that you can change the color on the lights, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, I just think that everyone should. These are just random people, but yeah, this is yeah, even though this game is this game this is just even though this is I think Bethesda's older games are a lot better, but I like Fallout 4 for what this game is, and it's really good. The game and its DLCs, I think they're awesome. So, um, so yeah, there's actually I should show that off here. Just exit here quickly. So yeah, if people haven't played this, when you're out of power armor, you have a Pip-Boy light. So you have a light that comes out of your Pip-Boy. So you have a light on the Pip-Boy outside of power armor, and you just turn it on and off. So that's cool. Um, and if you're using mods and stuff like mods from like creations, like mods from the community, there's like you can get certain weapons, you can have a flashlight and everything, um, and you can different types of different types of light sources. But yeah, I think that's kind of all I really have to say for this video. So I just wanted to make this video, um, just for the everyone should play series because I just like Fallout 4. It's always a game I like playing, and um, yeah, it's just fun. The just this game and all of its DLCs and the mods, um, and all the updates that Bethesda's added to this game, I think are just a lot of fun. So um, yeah, it's just an awesome game. I think that if you've never played Fallout 4, I think this is a game that everyone should play. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So yeah, just wanted to make this video to add to my Everyone Should Play series. And yeah, just wanted to make this video. So yeah, this is a fun game. So yeah, that's all I have to say. So yeah, so yeah, that'll be it for this video. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.